Hey guys, my name is Jason777 and I'm back with an Atlas build. I just started my build on the Serrata. Can't wait to use that thing. And I'm building these Nux. Hope you guys saw what I did there. So Atlas, I haven't had too much playtime with him yet. I just built him yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. And leveled him up to 30 yesterday. And this is my first build with him. I only am using Fleeting instead of Streamline because I wanted to have max amount of punching people in the face. That is like the best thing ever with him. It's just running around punching people in the face. He has a lot of armor, so like he has the second most armor out of every frame in the game. Valkyrie being the only person with more. So I did want to take advantage of that with Steel Fiber. Also, I use Vitality and Rage. He's definitely a melee-based frame, as you would imagine. So this is the entirety of the build: Vitality, Steel Fiber, Primed Flow, Intensify, Stretch, Fleeting Expertise, Rage, and Primed Continuity. And I'm using Steel Charge just because I didn't want to forma him, and he is melee-based, so I don't really feel the need to forma him either. So this is no forma, just a potato, and you're good. I'm going to be using the Prisma Dual Cleavers for this demonstration. I would use a different primary, but I'm trying to level up the Convectrix just because I want to be a thug like that. Oh wait, let me look at the other stats too. You guys might as well look at them. So the reason for duration, if you guys are unaware, is for the changes they made to power drain per second. And with this guy, that doesn't really apply except with Petrify. But I don't really use Petrify all that much. It's fun to use every once in a while just because, you know, I can troll enemies by turning them into stone. I mean, who doesn't want to be Medusa for a day? Mainly, you're going to be using Landslide, which is the first ability. That's, you know, up if you're using standard controls. That would be swiping up on the touchpad or pressing 1 on computer. And Rumblers is the number 4 ability, swiping right on the PS4 controller. And that is pretty much the only other ability I use. I use Tectonic sometimes. It's kind of situational. Like if I can manage to find an area on the map where I'm kind of just looking down a hall, I'll sit at the end of the hall, put up a shield, wait for the enemies to come in and attack the Tectonic shield, and then if you activate Tectonics again, it throws the wall in the direction you're aiming. Remember, whichever place you're facing when you plant the shield, it's going to go that way first, so if you turn around and try to launch it backwards, it's gonna like go forward and turn around, and it's not gonna move very far. So just keep that in mind while using it. You guys will probably know what I'm talking about after I get into the gameplay, but we're gonna jump into gameplay. I'm probably gonna do another survival. So if you guys, by the way, didn't see my Valkyrie build, that just went up. It's very good. Valkyrie's super amazing, and you guys should definitely check that build out and see all of her new changes. And being invincible for an entire game, who doesn't want to do that? Alright, I'm gonna cut into the build and I'll see you guys in a second. Loading, 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 loading. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy. Moving on from that amazingness. This guy's not press 4 to win, he's press 1 to win. So, pretty much just run around and cast Landslide constantly. Landslide has like a radius kind of deal going on, so when you actually like hit an enemy, it can hit enemies around him. Let's see if I can't do it right here. You see I just hit like 3 guys right there. And the overall survivability of this guy, like while you're casting Landslide, enemies don't really seem to shoot you, but if you ever run out of energy, it'll be nice to have that Steel Fiber on, because then you won't just instantly go down in higher tier stuff. You can kind of spam Landslide, so I suggest changing your controls. If you guys actually have your controls on, like slide up and down to use your powers, I would suggest putting it on the directional pad on the left side of the controller. If you're on PC, I don't know what you generally would use, but probably could work with the 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons without an issue on PC, because you know it's not as much of an awkward situation clicking or swiping up. So yeah, on the D-pad though, it makes it easy, just because you just click one button. Now what I was talking about with this rock wall here, when you cast it, like right now, that way, like the direction I casted it in is forward. So when I throw it, it goes forward. And if you try to throw it the other way, this is what happens. It ends up going forward and then turning around, so it ends up kind of doing some weird crap. The wall works best in places like this where you can just kind of cast it straight at enemies. Obviously, them guys just got slaughtered by Excalibur there, so I didn't hit them. Try it right here. And it goes in the direction you're aiming, so you can like kind of aim it sideways if you'd like, and it'll go over there. But it does kind of have like this turning motion, so it makes it a little challenging to aim. I highly suggest just making it go straight forward. There's, for some reason, no enemies over here. Where are my teammates? I always seem to be away from my teammates somehow. I don't know how that happens. So make sure that you have Life Strike, guys. It's such a crucial mod for any melee frame. If you use Ash, Valkyr, Excalibur, or whatever, like they all need Life Strike. So I would highly suggest picking up one of those mods. The wiki has like the location of everything, so if you don't use the wiki for Warframe, I highly suggest it. It's so dang useful, it's ridiculous. Little brawler dudes, they're called rumblers. You can spawn them and they have like these little projectiles they can throw and they'll beat up people. They're kind of hilarious. If you put max range on, they run super fast. Even right now they run really fast with just the stretch on, but it's funny following them around because they're just so fast. And nullifiers are like their death, but it happens. You can deactivate them and recast them. When you deactivate them, they explode like that. So if you want to blow them up, you can. They're just gonna stand here and we're gonna be thugs together. Now they're shooting rocks at people. And Petrify is kind of an odd ability. It turns people to stone. It's really good for stunning groups of enemies. If you're doing a defense or something, it actually comes in handy quite often when you're getting a little overloaded. It has quite a good range on it too. I'll try to... Okay, he's dead. I was going to try to show you guys the range. You can see that guy in the doorway is getting affected by this, so it has a decent range on it with just stretch. And it takes it a second to actually turn people to stone. It doesn't just instantly turn everybody to stone, which I think is kind of dumb. I kind of wish they made it so it would just instantly turn them to stone, but you know, you can't always get OP frames. The wall's very nice to use. I think it can get blown up by this dude's rockets. That's why it keeps getting blown up, so I can just keep throwing them at him because I want to be that guy. And punching, so fun. Like the best thing ever right there. Just running around punching people in the face. He's a pretty basic frame to use though, guys. No like crazy mechanics. Using landslide in sequence makes him do a combo, makes you do a lot more damage. Very nice. The only issue is you can't channel and then use landslide and get life strike bonuses. So you actually do have to use your melee weapon to refill your health if you need health. So keep that in mind. You probably should use your Rumbler guys all the time. They're just awesome to have around. Petrify, like I said, is kind of situational. And so is the Tectonics thing. Generally, you want to keep this guy in a room where all the enemies will be close together. Like downstairs, like that's a good spot to throw it. This right here is a very good spot to put up your wall and chuck it. And if you really wanted to, you could camp in here when you're in high tier and put a wall up and then none of the enemies can get in here for a minute. That makes it relatively easy to stay alive. Now you see that laser trying to hit me? What kind of crap is that? That pretty much concludes the build, guys. I'll probably pop back in again at like 30 minutes. Man, you know guys, on a side note, I'm listening to this song called Footsteps by Pop People on this Discover playlist thing on Spotify, and I love this song right now. I'm gonna turn it up just a tad bit so you guys can hear it. And this shit's awesome. Hopefully you guys can hear that. I'm playing it out of my headphones, so... so sick. I love this song. Anyway guys, again, we're at 30 minutes, or about to hit 30 minutes anyway. Oh man, there's the message. I'm gonna have to make part of this now. I might add in like 40 or higher. I'm not sure how long these guys are gonna stay. I am playing with randoms right now, so they'll probably just end up leaving at 40, if they even stay till 40. Not entirely sure. They were at extraction a second ago, now they're not, but I wanted to get in a couple minutes of gameplay at 30 minutes, so you guys kind of know what's going on with this later on. You gotta be really careful with this guy. Like, as you get higher up there, since he's melee based, like, enemies will just randomly do like crazy damage to you and just kill you. Just because it's really high tier, and that's just how it goes. Like, the Corpus guys do lots of damage, and the Nullifiers do as well, so take advantage of all the abilities. Like, if you're in an oh shit moment, pop your shield, hide behind it for a second, and like get your shields or something. Or you could pop a shield and then pop your rumblers while you're hiding behind it, and then you can get out there and use Life Strike real quick and save yourself. There'll be a lot of moments where you'll just be using Life Strike literally just to like avoid death, and you'll have to just sit there and spam as much Life Strike kills as you can just to stay alive. So yeah, it gets crazy sometimes. Oh my god, guys, I don't know if this started recording fast enough, but I just got the Dual Combat Prime blueprint. So happy on my second tier 3 survival run, so it's pretty nice. About to get this extraction going. We are 40 minutes in now, so I'm gonna like try to punch as many enemies on my way there so you guys can see exactly how this goes. The punch doesn't cost that much energy, so you can really just go to town beating the shit out of people. It's pretty fun. I personally very much enjoy it. Oh, here's some enemies. I was gonna say, I'd like to punch something. Punching people in rapid succession adds a lot. Apparently we're already leaving. Look at it. Look at it. Dual Combat Prime. Yes. Alright. See you guys later.